The Sheep Detectives is a new Hugh Jackman movie that released a couple months ago in theaters, but I missed it in theaters. And this past week released on Prime Video. So I watched it because I had heard a lot of good things about it. And so I just decided why not make a review about it. I love Hugh Jackman as an actor. He's great. I think that everything he's in, he's extremely good in. But when I saw the trailer, whenever it released, was it last year or earlier this year? I was just like, I don't know if I want to watch this. And then once it released, I had heard nothing but like great things about it, and I was like, okay, I kind of want to check this out. But I just wasn't able to get to it in theaters, and then I saw it was releasing on Prime Video, and I was like, why not? So I watched it. Sorry, I thought I had to sneeze. So I watched it, and I thought it was a good movie. Obviously, as I said, Hugh Jackman is great. He's great in everything, and I think that that continues in this. He's not a big part of it because obviously, as you know, he's the one that ends up getting murdered. But I thought he was really good in the little bit that you get of him, and I thought that the sheep were actually pretty good. Now, I don't love this movie as much as other people. I usually have a hard time like getting into a movie if the main characters are animals. It takes a lot for me to like a movie where the main characters are animals. Now there are ones that I do like The Bad Guys. I love that, and the main character's a wolf. Um, I wish I could think of others, but my mind's drawing a blank. But like there are movies where when animals are the main characters, it works for me. Puss in Boots, that's one. He's a cat. I love those movies. And this one I think is a good movie, but I don't think it did enough for me to like the sheep. I think that the main sheep was fine. Like I liked her arc. I think the one sheep that remembers everything was cool. I think the Bryan Cranston one had a nice little like storyline. The little winter sheep I liked, and it was just a cute sheep. And then like the Patrick Stewart one I thought was hilarious. And like there's other ones that I think had good moments, but like none of them really stuck out. Um, I think that the other main characters who are humans, I think most of them are fine. Where you've got the cop, you've got the guy from He Man, Masters of the Universe from earlier this year, as like a newspaper guy. You've got Hugh Jackman's daughter, who I would say is probably the second best character in the movie besides Hugh Jackman. I just liked what they did with the daughter and ultimately how the movie ended with her and everything I liked. Um, you've got the other shepherd and a butcher, and then you've got a priest. And like most of the characters, I wouldn't say suck, but like they don't really like do anything for me. But it's like Hugh Jackman, I thought was great. The daughter, I thought was great, and the other ones were like okay. Uh, the mystery itself, obviously, it's called the Sheep Detectives. They're trying to figure out who murdered Hugh Jackman. I thought that the mystery was really well done, and ultimately, when you get the reveals of who it was and why and everything, I thought that was really nice, and I thought that they handled that well. um, and like I just like a good mystery detective thing, so like going on the adventure was fun. I do like more when it's like a detective or a person, but sheeps were fine. Um, and I just liked it. I thought that like the characters were fun, and like there were those that stood out. There were a couple that I didn't like, but all in all, I think most of the characters were good enough. I think that the emotional core was actually pretty good. Like they did have some emotional moments. Um, when you get towards the end, and you get the daughter, and like there's a scene with her and Hugh Jackman, and like there's a little bit after that, and I kind of teared up a bit. But like there were some things with the sheep that you could tell they were trying to get you to tear up a bit. I didn't really do any of that. Like I didn't really tear up any of that. And like the only thing that really got like me in like an emotional like way is Hugh Jackman and the daughter. But I think that like even the stuff with the sheep I think was done well. It just didn't hit me. um But, like, it's one that I would like to watch again. I don't know when, but, like, I wouldn't hate watching this again, and it was a fun movie. I don't really have much to say about it, but, like, it was a good movie. I would recommend watching it, and I'm glad I watched it. It could have used a bit more Hugh Jackman, but I do think that at the beginning, when you've got Hugh Jackman, I think that they do a really good way of, like, developing his relationship with the sheep, and then once he dies, you buy in that these sheep want to figure it out who did it. So I think they did really good with that. But that's about all I have to say about it. If you watched the movie, tell me your thoughts on the movie, and just, like, everything, and I'll see you for whatever's next. But I don't really have much else to say. It was a good movie, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.